yourself a cushion. You can find yourself a nice comfortable seat if you haven't already. And feel free to just drop into a bit of a meditation here as I talk a bit about the sky, and we'll all join you in just a brief moment. But for those of us who are interested following along and carrying a little intention, today we've got a very interesting sky going on. It's a double Gemini. We've got sun and moon in Gemini. Two things I'd like to really kind of talk around Gemini today. That first is that eagle. That eagle is the bird. It's an air sign, Gemini, and since we're dealing with two of them today, we're going to really tap into that bird energy. We're going to really let that wind get beneath our wings and kind of give us loft and lift and see if it can help carry us. Briefly in the past, when we've worked with the moon moving through some air signs, we've worked a bit as well with this heart opening, because the heart is attached to the air element as well. We kind of work with that Manipura fire, filling that air balloon, as I've said before, of the heart to allow it to expand and again, give you lift and loft through life. The other aspect of Gemini, the actual aspect of the sign itself, it tends to be on an overthinking sign. Air signs in general can think a lot. They can be very much in their head. Previously, we were working with Aquarius not too long ago. That is an air sign as well, but it can be more of an ethereal-based kind of thought process. You can be more dreaming, getting caught up in what could be, what should be. Gemini can tend to be a little more analytical. It can be more of communication-based, down to the nitty-gritty. What are the facts? What are the details? And of course, when we get into that state of mind about ourselves, it can be overly critical. It can be overly analyzing, and it can tear us down just a bit. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here to build ourselves up. So we're going to tap into that other part, the beautiful part of Gemini, and that's communication, which I just spoke on. Communication is the key to that intellect, to figuring out what's real, what's not, what's true, and what's false. We're going to talk a bit about communication today, not only in ourselves, but we'll also talk about it within the eagle and the birds as well. But to not digress too much before we get involved in all of that, let's just take a moment to arrive here and now. Maybe a real deep breath in and exhale out the mouth allows you to settle in. There's no rush, no intention, no direction. Just yet. Just arriving, being here in your body. If it's within your practice, this is a great time to engage in Ujjayi breathing. If that's a word that's totally new to you, it simply means we're going to slightly constrict, a little grip of the muscles that surround your vocal cords, right around that throat chakra. It's going to create a noise. It's also going to create a texture. That's more important to me in this moment, that texture, that feeling, that extra sensation. A bit of a reminder of how complex you are, just being here and breathing. Lovely, just a few more rounds like that, settling in. Beautiful. Let's work a brief pranayama exercise, one of my favorite when we're working with air elements. We're going to work the 3-part breath. At the base of your next exhale, no rush to get there. We're going to break our inhalation into 3 distinct pieces. The first third to the lowest belly here. The second third, the mid-belly, upper abdomen area. That final third is going to really puff the chest. That's kind of what I was referring to earlier, that analogy of the hot air balloon. You can exhale all the air at once. Think of your fire here as that fire in the hot air balloon. You're filling this lower lungs. Again, your higher chest area here, it's above the fire, but we don't want it to cook. So we think of it expanding, opening like that hot air balloon, filling with those beautiful airy fumes of energy, and exhale everything out. Couple more rounds like this at your own pace. Let's break that inhale to 3 different parts. And 1 single exhale. No rush to get through. Another round here. I'm just going to breathe with you. Beautiful. Let's return to a natural inhale and to a natural exhale. As this exhale comes, you can let the hands fall to the sides, relax through the shoulders. With an inhale, let's take arms wide and high and meet the hands above the head. Good. An exhale, bring them down to heart center, and we'll pause here. Take a little breath in here. With a moment, maybe 3 or 2 breaths, exhale right into the palms, a chance to kind of cap what I was saying earlier, to set an intention for your practice today. Good. Letting those hands come together. Maybe at the very least, just noticing the warmth between your hands from your breath. Reminding yourself of the integral parts of you that are invisible to the naked eye. Beautiful. An inhalation here. With an exhale, let's let the hands fall to the lap. Inhale to sweep them wide and high. And palms meet again. We'll exhale to heart center. And this time with an inhale, just a nice, super easy chest opener. Part those palms, let that chest rise slightly. An exhale, we'll bring the hands together and maybe find a little round in the back of that spine. Very basic movements here. See if as you inhale, you can really feel the filling of that final third, the upper chest cavity, as it helps to puff the chest slightly. And exhale, see if you can really, at the end of your exhale, finish off those lower 2/3 to help your stomach be tight, your core be strong as you find a nice stretch through the whole back. Inhale, slightly open. Good. Exhale, slightly close. Continue maybe that thread of thought of the warmth between your palms, that breath that you were breathing into your skin, to your hands, to that central place here. Now playing with that energy or chi. Maybe feeling a slight pulsation between those hands. Almost like you're working taffy. Maybe resistance as they come together. Beautiful. This final time, let's exhale. Hands will meet at heart center. Good. Inhale here. And with an exhale, let's ground. We're going to prepare for 3 ohms here to close our little seated practice. With the next inhale, we'll take the first. Two more. Beautiful. As that final Om fades to silence, you can let the hands fall to the lap. If your legs are crossed, maybe uncross them manually here. And let's find our way to hands and knees. A little tabletop posture will be the first place we start moving from today. As you find your way to this tabletop pose, I would just like to speak a moment on the Oming as attached to our intention, maybe our goal or thread today. The throat chakra is this 6th chakra here, 5th, right above the 4th in the heart. And so let's really work with that air energy of the heart and see if it can not only be filled by the Manipura fire, but continue on to open the throat. If you need to make any noises today while you practice. Take advantage of your own home space. Let's move into some cat-cow beginning movements. Maybe sighs through the mouth or nose, being audible, letting that throat chakra really start to spin. Good. Every inhale, dropping your navel, a U shape with a spine. Every exhale, a rounded spine in the opposing direction, the shape of an N maybe. When we drop this navel, you can think almost creating the udders of a cow with your belly. Cow pose, rounding. I don't need to tell you why this is called cat pose. I'm sure we've all seen it done. Beautiful. Flow between these two. Begin right here to just find your own little rhythm and pace for the day. If you begin to move differently than me, that's perfect. I would really like you to explore your own lung capacity today. And also your own intuition and freedom. That means maybe we start moving outside of the box with these movements. That box I'm talking about is literally the square of your hands and knees on the mat. Some options are just circling around that box while you do inhales and exhales. If you want to be a little more directional about it, maybe during exhales, a little more back towards a child's pose-like posture. Maybe as you inhale forward, something like an upward dog or cobra we might see later. An opportunity here for you to just find what's feeling good in your body today and what maybe isn't. I like to call this beginning a communication with yourself. And as I've said many times in the past, I believe that is yoga in general. I'm here to guide us through posture, to maintain and remind about breath. But one thing I can never do is know your body as well as you. So please take what I say today as suggestion and move freely from that place inside of you that knows exactly what you need, what feels good, and what does not. Good, let's return to a neutral table here if you're still moving. With an inhale here, let's exhale, tuck the toes, and let's move through a first downward facing dog. Lifting sit bones high, reaching heels for the floor. Let's inhale here. With an exhale, let something out the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale here. With an exhale, let's float forward and find ourselves a plank. It's going to be a little flow through 3 chakras here. We're going to inhale here. With an exhale, hold your core, engage that manipura. Inhale once more. Exhale all the way to the floor. Touch your heart chakra to the mat. Inhale, give me a low cobra. Shine that heart chakra. And now exhale up and through for downward facing. Inhale here and let something out the mouth. Use that throat chakra. 3 more like that. Let's inhale to plank. Exhale to hold, engage the core. 1 breath in here and exhale to the floor. Heart touches. Inhale, low cobra. Maybe you medium cobra this time. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, floor. Let's slide all the way up, maybe through a child's pose first, to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Activate that throat chakra. Let something out the mouth. 1 more time. Let's inhale forward. Exhale, hold. Inhale here. And exhale to the floor. Inhale, lift that heart. Beautiful. This time, if you want, you can go through child's pose or maybe through a push-up like back to downward dog. Inhale here and let it move through the throat now. Inhale here. With an exhale, let's drop the knees to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale here in tabletop posture. With an exhale, we're going to take our right leg back behind us. You can just straighten that right leg, driving the heel towards the back wall. Inhale here. Exhale, bend that knee. Let's just take a nice circle. Good, let's change that circle's direction. And let's come to square hips. Inhale, straighten that right leg once again. Exhale to hold. Inhale, take the left arm high. Let's find a balancing table. Exhale to hold. Hold here for one more breath. I'm just going to turn to orient for visuals. Inhale here. Instead of bringing elbow to knee, with our exhale, we're going to take right leg out to right side, left arm out to left. A little bit weird, a little bit bouncy. It's going to maybe feel weird in that right hip. Let's inhale back to center. This pose doesn't have to look like anything. Exhale out. Just feel how the movement causes your core to engage and tighten up everything to hold yourself together. It's okay to fall, to come back in. One more time, exhale out. Good, inhale straight. This time, as we exhale outwards, you're gonna set that right foot down in line with the left knee out to the right. We're gonna walk those hands in and up to the hips. Beautiful. From here, inhale, exhale, arms wide, and inhale them high. Good. Let's find a little side stretch. Exhale, right hand down to right leg, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to send the left hand down to the floor. A little side plank variation. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, let the right foot find the floor. A little press through the left hand, pop back up. Good. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, we're going to send the right arm under the left, eagle arms. Our first little eagle arm practice today. You can hook at the elbows, hook at the hands if that feels accessible and okay. More importantly than the hand bind is really lifting the eyes of the elbows high up, almost to the eyes of your face. Let's inhale here. Let's exhale, take a slight bend to that right. Not too much because you don't have the right hand to support, but mimicking what we just did before. Almost like a bit of a reclined warrior, a gate pose, and an eagle all at once. Inhale here. Exhale as you straighten, unwind arms. Inhale them high. And exhale, engage through the core. Fold forward. Walk those hands out so they're underneath the shoulders once more. Inhale here. And exhale, send that right leg back. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, send the left arm forward. Now we're going to work that traditional inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee 3 times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. This time, drop the knee. Inhale, sweep left arm open, and let's thread the needle 3 times dynamically before we settle on the 4th. I'm going to turn around so I'm talking at the screen, but you just stay right where you are. That 3rd and final time you thread that left arm underneath the right, we'll settle right or left ear to the shoulder. Maybe the right hand walks towards the front of the room. That might help drop the right shoulder down as well. And we'll take a few breaths here. Good. If that right hand has migrated, let's bring it back under the right shoulder. Let's ground into that right hand. Inhale the left arm high to the sky. Spin around again for you. And with an exhale, let it come all the way down. Beautiful job. We'll inhale here. We'll move through one little downward dog flow just to break it up and get our blood flowing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, let's find that plank. engage the third chakra. Exhale to the floor, send the energy up to the fourth, touch the heart to the floor, lift and shine that heart. Good, maybe through a plank push-up like motion back to downward facing. You can always cruise through child's pose and send that energy to the throat chakra, make a noise. Inhale here, and exhale, drop the knees to the mat. Tabletop, beautiful. Inhale here, and exhale to ground. Lovely. Inhaling here, with an exhale, we'll send the left leg back this time. Oops, sorry, that's the right. Nope, it is the left. I apologize. Inhale here, and exhale to hold. Good, inhale here, exhale to bend. Inhale to circle. Exhale, change direction. As we inhale, square hip, and exhale, straighten leg. Lovely. Inhale, lift right hand, and exhale, engage the core. I'm going to turn towards you once more. Inhale with engaged core. Exhale, right arm to right side, left leg to left. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, out wide. And inhale, forward. And wide. Good, forward. This final time, we'll prepare to transition to our next pose. So as you send right arm wide, focus on stepping left foot down, parallel, maybe the arch of your left foot parallel to the right knee. Walk those hands back close so you can engage the core and lift. Coming up. Good, hands at hips till you're ready and grounded. We'll exhale, arms down at the sides, inhale them high, and we'll find a little side bend. Exhale, left arm sinks, maybe finds left knee. Inhale here, maybe with an exhale you gaze up if it feels okay on the neck. Inhale here, good, exhale, sending right arm almost like a cartwheel, finding the floor, left hand high, a bit of a side plank variation. Inhale here, exhale to hold. Lovely. Inhale here and exhale. Let that left foot find the floor. A little pop through the right hand will lift you up. Arms wide. Inhale them high. Exhale, left arm under right. Opposing eagle arms this time. Again, more importantly than the full bind to me is really lifting those eyes of the elbows, feeling those upper shoulder blades part. It's like a nice hug of the heart chakra, even getting the throat in there a little bit as well. Inhale here, exhale, a little slight bend towards that straightened leg. Maybe a slight gaze upwards, kind of giving us this reclined warrior eagle. Inhale here. Exhale, as you upright, unwind arms. Inhale them high. Good, exhale wide to fold forward. Walk the hands out till they're under the shoulders. Beautiful, inhale here, exhale, kick the left leg up and back. Inhale, right arm out, and exhale 3 times, elbow to knee. Good, now as you reach this final time, arm stays lifted, left knee grounds down. Inhale, sweep right arm high, and exhale, thread that needle. 3 times before we'll settle and find a full expression. Good, settling on that 3rd and final time, maybe walking this left hand towards the front of the mat to find a little more grounding. Lovely. If that left hand has walked forward, maybe bringing it back, grounding into that left hand, and we'll inhale the right arm high to the sky. Good. With an exhale, cartwheel it down and find the floor. Beautiful job. Let's inhale, lower the belly, a little cow pose. And exhale, tuck those toes. Let's move through dog, move through cat into dog, pardon me. Face your cat with a dog. Inhale here in down dog. Exhale, let something out the mouth. Inhale, take air in. And exhale, let's walk the feet to meet the hands. Lovely. Inhale to a flat back here. Exhale, find a forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. This time with the hands find the floor. Step the feet together, toes either touching or very close. Let's inhale for a flat back and prepare for Utkatasana. As you exhale, bend those knees, drape that torso. And as you inhale, take the torso high as the knees stay in their bent space. Good. Keep those abdomen strong. Feel that Manipura chakra working. Inhale here. Exhale to hold. Good. Inhale, bring the palms together above the head. Exhale, draw them through heart center. And as you do, straighten legs and follow those hands for a forward fold. Inhale up to a flat back. And exhale, let the hands find the floor. Let's ground into the right foot and let's step the left foot back, dropping the left knee to the mat for a low lunge. Please feel free to fold your mat over or grab a blanket. We may be here with the knee down for at least a few minutes. Inhaling here while grounded when you are. Exhale, release the hands, and inhale, take them high. Exhale, we'll find a low lunge here. Inhale, you can gaze up, but only if it feels okay. If the low neck or low back have any arguments, please hear them out. Another breath in here. Beautiful. Inhale here. Let's exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to play with that first breathing exercise we worked with. An inhale, part the palms slightly, a little bit of a, maybe what you might call a cow pitch to the chest. Exhale, a little bit of that cat arc as you bring the hands together. Staying deep in your lunge. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Good. Exhale, palms together. Again, feel that energy between the hands. Inhale, send those arms high. And exhale wide to frame the right foot. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the left toes and lift that left knee. We're going to move right into a higher lunge on this side, grounding through the ball of right foot and left. Arms wide. Take them high. Good. A slight bend in that left knee can be nice. It can help you sink a little deeper into that sacrum. Beautiful. Hands above the head. Looking up is an option, again, if it feels okay. Another breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the palms together above the head. Exhale, let's take cactus arms. 3 times like that. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Good. This time, let's inhale, take the arms together. It's a combination of those cactus arms and the little cat-cow movement. Exhale, open. Inhale together. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale together. Exhale, open. Inhale, high. And exhale, frame that right foot. Beautiful job. Inhale here. We're going to move into plank. Exhale, send that right foot back. Beautiful. Inhale here. Let's take a side plank on that right foot. You can take a variation like we did last time by dropping things more difficult. I'm trying to. Holding here for a breath or two. Perfect, returning back to plank. Sorry about that, just making sure everyone's muted. In plank here, let's take a breath in and exhale. Let's come all the way to the floor. Beautiful. Let's inhale, take a low cobra, and exhale, return to the floor. Good. Let's inhale, walk those fingertips out, elbows under shoulders, find a sphinx, and exhale, let that head hang. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, let it hang. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, let it hang. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck those toes, and let's find a forearm plank. Engage that core. Feel strong. Inhale to hold. Exhale, you got this. Another breath in. And exhale to the floor. Inhale, lift for Sphinx. Exhale, as you melt down, crawl the fingers back. Inhale while on the floor. Exhale either back and through child's pose or up and through a plank. Either way, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale here and exhale out the mouth. Inhale here, and if you'd like, you can walk, or if you prefer, you can hop to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, hands find the floor. Step the feet together if they're not already. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, upright that torso. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Good, inhale here. Exhale, cactus arms. 3 times, inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach, and cactus arms. This time, inhale here, and exhale, bring them together. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring them together. Open. And one more time, together. Beautiful. Inhale, open. Exhale to hold. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, let the hands find the floor. It's the left foot we weight and ground this time as we send the right leg back. For the same little flow now on the opposite side. Knee starts down for low lunge. When you find yourself grounded, arms wide, inhale them high. Maybe gaze up and take a few breaths here. Your low lunge. Beautiful. Hands together if they aren't already above the head. Exhale them to heart center. We're going to work that little barely moving cat-cow pitch. Inhale, pitch the chest up. Inhale, pitch the chest back. Good. All about the heart chakra here. Feel it opening and exposing itself. Feel it retreating. That word retreating can be negative, but it doesn't have to be. It is in the terms of battle or war, but we also go on retreats that take care of ourselves. Think of the back of your back as the retreat center for your heart. Inhale here to open. Exhale, hands close. Beautiful. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, wide arms, frame the foot. Inhale, ground. Exhale, tuck right toes, lift right knee. Remain grounded. Maybe scooch that right foot in a hair. Feel grounded in the ball of left foot and right before we send arms wide and inhale them high. High lunge. Beautiful. We're going to hold this for a few breaths before moving. A little bit of Hatha here. Find your comfort in what's uncomfortable. You got this. Inhale, hands together. Exhale, cactus arms 3 times. Good. Inhale, bring those cactus arms together, and exhale them apart. Good. Inhale, reach high, and exhale, wide arms, frame the foot. Beautiful job. Inhale, ground, and exhale to plank. To the left side of the left foot, we'll find side plank on this opposing side. Remembering that we're not symmetrical creatures nowadays, so don't pressure yourself to take the same variation you took on the last side. Let's all return to a plank. And let's flow through a little chaturanga, either to the floor or hovering for an upward facing dog. You can move through a child's pose and we'll all meet in downward facing. Inhale something through the nose once you arrive, and exhale out the mouth. Activate that fifth throat chakra. Beautiful. Inhale here, and exhale. Let's let one more out the mouth. Find a little tension and let it go. Beautiful. Next, inhale here. With an exhale, let's set the left foot centered in the back of your mat. Inhale the right leg high, so that left leg works like a kickstand now for a balanced 3-legged dog. We're gonna keep it square because it's the first one today. Exhale, just keep reaching. Inhale, a little bit higher. Exhale, let's work that core. Right knee, right elbow, let's hover. Inhale, 3-legged. Right knee, left elbow, let's hover. 3-legged. And now directly for high lunge, but take your time. You can choose to get there whenever you want, or you can hover here for a moment and then set that foot down. Beautiful transitions, everyone. Good. As last time, make sure you're not walking on a tightrope. Maybe step the left foot out a hair, maybe step it up a hair. You want to feel grounded in the balls of each feet. We'll take the arms wide and reach them high. Beautiful. High lunge part 2. Inhale, bring the palms together. Exhale, we're going to hold just a moment of Hatha. Feel the connection of your palms. If it doesn't feel good to have them together above the head, if that hurts or overactivates the shoulders, you can leave them apart. But if you like, just leave them together. Feel that warmth again between your palms, still connecting to that breath you breathed into the center of your hands at the beginning of class. What was your intention? Is it still there? Inhale here. Exhale, cactus arms. Good. Inhale, reach high. One more time. Cactus arms, bend the left knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. And this time, exhale, bend, set left knee down and top of left foot. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, bring them together. Exhale, take them apart. Inhale here apart. The right leg is forward, so we're going to send the left arm underneath for eagle arms. Lift the eyes of those elbows and settle in here. Find a few breaths, maybe pitching upwards. Eagle lunge. And breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, reach your arms high and flap those eagle wings. Frame that right foot. Beautiful. Inhale here. With an exhale, let's tuck the left toes. Lift that left knee. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot up, maybe hold it into the chest, and before sending it back, or plank. Lovely, inhale here, and exhale, let's come all the way to the floor. Beautiful, inhale, a cobra. As you exhale, walk the fingertips back towards the back of the room. We'll prepare for a little locust. Another flying creature for our practice today. Air elements abound. Inhale here on the floor. Exhale, let's start with hands remaining down. Just lift the torso and the legs. If this is too much for you, just bail on the legs and lift just the torso. Inhale here. Exhale to the floor. Good. Inhale on the floor. And exhale, let's take another variation. This time, maybe hovering hands. Maybe not. Inhale wherever you are. Exhale to the floor. Good. Inhale, crawl those fingertips back up. Exhale, press through the hands. Let's push through a push-up. Unless you want to go through child's pose, we're all going to meet in downward facing, so it's up to you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here, and exhale, ground into the right foot. Like a kickstand, let something out the mouth. Inhale, left leg high, and find our opposing three-legged dog. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale, hips stay square. Inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, work that core, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Three-legged. Good. Choose your own adventure here. Knee towards the face. You can drop that foot whenever you want, or really feel that heart be lofty, retreating into its retreat center. Set that left foot down. Beautiful job. Keeping right knee elevated. Stepping right foot in, maybe, for balance. Arms wide when you're grounded. Inhale them high. Find full expression. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. A brief moment of Hatha. Beautiful. Reach those palms together. Let's take another breath or two with palms touching, feeling that energy, tapping back into that intuition, that intention. Inhale here, exhale, cactus arms. Good, inhale, reach, and now three with the knee if you'd like. If this is too much, you can drop the knee down and just do the arms, waiting for us to meet you in low lunge. Third time, drop that right knee, top of right foot. Arms stay like cactus. Inhale them together, and exhale apart. One more time together, and apart. Left knees forward, so right arm underneath, eagle arms. Inhale high. Beautiful. Eyes of the elbows. In line with the eyes of the face, ideally. Maybe a little gaze upwards. And breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, wide arms. Flap those wings. Frame the foot. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee. And just like when we came into it, suck the left foot up into the chest nice and strong, and then step it back for a plank. Inhale here. You can choose to move through a vinyasa or exhale straight to downward facing dog. We'll all meet in down dog. We'll take an inhale in and let something out the mouth. Inhale here. And if you'd like, walk or hop your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Hands to the floor, feet together if they're not already. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, prepare for chair. Forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, wide arms, torso high. Move to Utkatasana. Beautiful. Inhale here. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center as you straighten legs. Let's just find standing pose. Inhaling here, you can exhale, let the hands fall to a traditional Tadasana or mountain pose. If you need a sip of water, please feel free to do so as we'll move into a couple of balancing postures here. Begin with tree, weighting our left foot first. We'll bring the right either to the calf here, maybe to the inside of the shin. If you'd like, you can come all the way up here on the inside of the thigh. Let's just make sure we're above the knee. If at any time you're putting outward pressure on that knee, we want to bail out and go lower with the foot. Hands at heart center. When ready, you can throw your branches. Beautiful. Palms together, hands to heart center. We're going to remove the right foot from the left thigh. We're going to take that right knee in both hands. With the right hand, open it to the right side. Options for your left hand are to be at the hip or maybe to extend from the shoulder. If it's extended from the shoulder, maybe a gaze to the left adds a balance into this twist and hip opening. Good, let's all return. Left hand back to the hip. Let's take the right knee back into center. Right hand to hip. We're going to move into eagle. Bending that left knee slightly. Right leg over top. Maybe you hook around with that right foot. Not necessary. Good. Right leg is over. So right arm's going to go under. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, flap your wings. Right arm underneath. Again, hand bind, not nearly as important as the lift of the arms. Maybe you sink a little deeper and find your eagle. Beautiful. Lovely. Unwind those arms first. Inhale, flap them. As you reach high, unwind the legs. And exhale, hands to heart center, set the right foot down. As the right foot grounds, we'll shake the left leg out. And we'll prepare to move right into the opposing side. When ready, finding your tree. Above or below that knee. Hands at heart center. Grow those branches. Hands together above the head. To heart center. Take that left knee in both hands. Open it with the left hand to the left side. Right hand either to hip or extended. Maybe gazing towards the extended hand. Good. Right hand back to right hip. Left knee in. Left hand to left hip. Bend. Right knee slightly. Step left leg over. Hook around if that's accessible. Totally fine to stay like this. Left leg is on top. Inhale, arms high. Flap those wings. Left arm goes under. Bind if it's accessible. But again, more importantly, lift those arms. Keep holding. I'm just going to spin for a moment of talking. Right here, these two muscles, these shoulder blades, these lower shoulder blades, is really what should feel like it's engaging when you're lifting up. And you're really trying to find that extra bit. Good, unwind arms first. Inhale, flap those wings high. Lift that left knee, and as you send them down to Tadasana, the left foot finds the floor. Beautiful. maybe shaking both legs out. And when ready, we'll take arms wide and high, hands together above the head, and we'll exhale through heart center, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back here. Exhale, let the hands find the floor, your choice to either walk or hop your way to a plank. We'll move through a chaturanga, either on the floor for a cobra or upward facing. We'll all meet downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale, let something out the mouth. Another inhale in, and exhale out the mouth. Center that left foot, and inhale the right leg high. Bend through the knee, let's open this dog. Inhale, make a few circles, and exhale, change direction. Good, inhale, square the hip, straighten right leg, three-legged. Exhale, for high lunge, knee to nose, hover as long as you like, set the right foot down, step that left foot in for good balance. Make sure you're not on a tightrope, make sure the balls of the feet are holding ground and weight, arms wide, inhale them high, and settle in, high lunge. Beautiful. A little bit of Hatha here. You got this. Lovely. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, cactus arms, no knee, keep the knee straight. Inhale here. Exhale, left arm under right, eagle arms. Beautiful. Inhale to lift. Good. This is going to be our most advanced transition today. So if it doesn't feel accessible, please don't do it, and I'll walk you through a bit of another way we can find our way. But if you like, we're going to ground through the right leg. We're going to get airy in the left, and we're going to step forward and bring that left foot over for another eagle pose. Inhale here, and exhale, sit a little deeper. Good. Inhale here, exhale, unwind. We're going to send that left leg back, almost like an eagle-armed warrior three. Unwind the elbows, and exhale, standing split. Beautiful. Inhale here, and exhale, release a little more. Maybe fold a little deeper. Inhale one more time, and exhale, left foot to the floor. Good. Inhale, forward fold, flat back, lift. Exhale, hang heavy, let hands find the floor, walk feet to shoulder width. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, grab the big toes on each foot with your big fingers. Let's use your biceps to pull yourself a little deeper. Every inhale, find a little extra room. Every exhale, squeeze it out. Hold. Beautiful. Unlock those fingertips. Inhale up to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. This time, continue to walk your feet out even farther. We're going to prepare for a little malasana squat, meaning you can send the toes out even a little farther than the heels. Sitting the hips down, bringing the hands together at heart center. Beautiful. You can feel free to stay here. Two options, if you wouldn't like to stay here, is one to just take a nice little twist. You can either keep your hands at heart center and just kind of push your left elbow in as you look over the right shoulder, vice versa, right elbow to the left. Good. Also going to offer here an opportunity to play with some crow. So just twisting gently and feeling into this deep hip stretch if you don't want to play with crow today. But if you would like to play with crow, grounding into the hands here, maybe finding a nice spot or shelf on those elbows for your knees. And maybe even today just playing with lifting one foot off the ground, or maybe they both hover. Coming down and maybe trying again. One thing I'd like to talk a bit about in this moment is if you're lucky enough to live in the Pacific Northwest here, you may sometimes be lucky enough to see bald eagles, the bird we're playing with a lot today. You may also notice crows around bald eagles. They have a very formidable relationship. Let's try one more crow pose if you're still with us here working it. A third time is the charm, they say. Doing a bit of research on this formidable relationship, I found out some interesting things, good, coming back to Malasana, that relate a bit to our practice today, and to the Gemini nature. Good. From here, let the hands ground. Let's take a forward fold, and as we do, walk the feet back to shoulder width distance. We're going to take a gorilla pose, inhaling to flat back. Exhale, slide those palms under the balls of the feet. So even though crows, if a crow were to take on an eagle in any sort of battle one-on-one, it's a much smaller bird, it would definitely lose. But crows in numbers attack and distract eagles, because when they do, it's a very efficient way for them to steal the eagle's food. It's just a very interesting form of cooperation. I mean, all of these crows know, maybe releasing hands, that at any time they could not defend themselves individually from that eagle. But the strength in numbers and the faith in their community and their communication, Gemini, allows them to have the courage to plunge into that danger. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Weight the hands, let's step the feet together. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Let's prepare for Utkatasana. Inhale, upright, sit deep. Chair pose. That's all, just food for thought on crows and eagles. Inhale here. Exhale through heart center, straighten those legs, find a forward fold. Inhale to flat back, and exhale as you'd like, hopping or stepping, find your way to plank. Through plank, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale that right foot centered and grounded. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open hip. Inhale, make a circle. Exhale, change direction. Good. Inhale, square hip, straighten left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, hover. And place that left foot down. Good. Inhale here, exhale, arms wide when grounded. Inhale, reach high, we're gonna hold for a moment. Good, inhale, reach a little higher, grab something from the sky. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee is forward, so we're gonna send the right arm under. That's because the right leg is gonna step over. Probably overcomplicating things, sorry. Inhale here. Exhale, a little levity in the right foot, a little more weight into the left, and bounce. Stepping right leg over left, Sit into your eagle pose. Inhale, eyes of elbows high. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Our final time in eagle here, so take it to your limit. See if anything you've done today can help you get a little deeper into this eagle. Inhale here. Exhale, unwind the legs, coming into almost like an eagle warrior 3 for one breath, and unwind the arms, forward fold, standing splits. Inhale here. Exhale, right foot meets the left, a bend in both knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Beautiful. Exhale here. Inhale and exhale. Sit your butt all the way to the floor. No rush to get there. Take your time. When you do arrive, we'll keep the core burning with a little Navasana. Not much water in our practice today, so well, I guess if your boat is a good boat, you're not getting much water in it anyway, so it works. Inhale here, exhale the hold. Inhale, ground the feet, lift high, engage the core, and exhale, lower that spine to the floor. Slowly. Good. When you're here on the floor, let's bring the heels in just a smidge so they're just beyond the touch of the fingertips. A little bridge pose here. Keeping ourselves dry from those waters. Inhale on the floor. Exhale, let's lift your pelvis. Good. And inhale, lifted. Exhale to the floor. Inhale on the floor. We're going to take a bound bridge this time, holding for a few breaths. Exhale to lift, maybe interlacing fingers, maybe onto the shoulder blades. Find a little grounding here through those shoulder blades and bound hands, even though your abdomen is lifted. Ground through the feet as well. Another breath in here. And exhale, lower that spine down, unwind, unlace the fingers, belt open the shoulders. Good. When the spine reaches the floor, let's hug the knees into the chest. Wrap both arms around, a little bear hug, maybe rocking side to side or making circles of your low back. Beautiful. Coming steady if you're still moving around. Good. Let's take a happy baby pose, reaching hands between the thighs for bottoms of feet. A great variation here. It can be sometimes just to take the hands in the bottoms of the thighs here. It is true, the full expression of child's pose is reaching for the feet. But when you grab behind the thighs here, I find that sometimes the sacrum, the low back, really sticks down to the floor. It's like a sensation that it's just as soon as I feel it, I realize I haven't felt that the past 3 times I've done child's pose. And I feel like once you get that feeling, it's a little easier to reach up to the feet, still carry it with you, still feel that fully grounded sacrum. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, let's bring the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Good. Inhale. Bring the knees together, let go of the feet, hug them back into the chest. Good. Let's take a little twisting action here. Actually, first of all, let's drop the feet back down. Let's do a little figure 4 before we do some twisting. Feet in bridge pose S. You're going to take that right ankle, set it on the left knee. Let's thread the right hand through that hole and around the opposing side here. Let's pull those knees into the chest. Good. See if you can use the right thigh muscles to send. It's more like your quadricep maybe. to send your knee, your right knee, towards the ceiling. I think that extra reach can really add some sensation into the right hip, and it can round out the stretch, so it's not just in that one specific spot. Beautiful. Lovely, another breath here. Wonderful. Perfect. You can let the left foot come back to the floor. The reason I wanted to do a figure four before a little supine twisting so that we can have these eagle legs here to continue our theme. So you can let this right ankle just kind of come over. You're almost eagle legs with the legs here. You can take the hips, you can scooch them like an inch to the right, and then set those legs down to the left. A lot of L's there. Arms can be extended from the sides, and maybe you gaze towards the left hand or towards the right. I'm going to gaze towards the left so you can hear me. You can gaze towards the right to create a full body twist for full expression. But if you're having trouble getting the knees to the floor, if you have any props, you can slide them under. Even your left hand, you can make kind of a fist and wedge it between the floor and your knees, and that can be your own prop. Beautiful. Using that left hand, maybe guide both knees back up into center. And then if you scooched your hips an inch to the right, center them. Round into the left leg. Let's unwind legs and plant the feet like we would for bridge pose. Once again, preparing for that figure four on opposing side. Left ankle to right knee. Reach through and around and find your figure four. Moving into that twist now, letting the right foot find the floor as you melt the grip of the knee, letting the left leg come fully over the right here, maybe scooching the hips an inch to the left and taking both legs to the right, possibly extending arm from left side and gazing towards the hand. Again, maybe using this right hand to either help guide the knees down, or if they don't want to go all the way, again, you can make a fist and prop them up. Just breathe. Maybe that right hand helps guide the knees back up into center. Center those hips if they've moved. Unwind the legs. Let's hug them both into the chest. From here, I'm going to guide us to Shavasana, our final posture. That being said, it's no rush to get there. And I would like to allow a moment or two for you to feel free to add anything you might need, any part of your body or practice that has not yet been satiated or stretched. Feel free to add any posture, to go any place or space, to prepare yourself for your final resting pose. If you are ready to receive your surrender, find your way flat on the floor, Maybe props if helpful, a blanket over the body can be grounding, a blanket under the knees can help really root that sacrum, both grounding but in different ways. Good. As you find your way to your comfortable Shavasana, as you may all know, we began class a little earlier today than we had in the past. That means technically it should be ending like right now. If you have to go anywhere at 10:30, I'm just letting you know it's that time. I'm getting used to timing myself to the new rhythm. But for those of you ready to still stay and enter into a luscious Shavasana, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not in any rush, so no worries. Find yourself. That floor melts away. And if you're still finishing any postures, inversions, back bends, extra twisting you feel you need, please feel free, no rush. We have time. You are all ready though. You are all finding your way to that space and place. Taking a moment as you arrive here on the floor in your corpse pose. Remember that it can be very difficult to move from the holding energy, from tension that is asana, that is flow, that is hatha, to the relaxation, the surrender, and the release that is shavasana. It's okay. The echoes of your practice are still there. That's beautiful. I think personally that's part of the process of letting go. That's the beginning thread to pull. It's just surrender to those feelings. Let the energy move around. Be grateful. That's what we came here for. To cultivate energy, to move it around our bodies, to free up anything that's sticky or gooey. you'd like, great time. Begin to bring yourself back to this space and place. I just like to add that one of the beauties, the silver linings of these of our own spaces and places is that you don't have to stay in Shavasana. You're feeling welcome there, relaxed. Feel free to finish class in that posture. If you'd like to finish more traditionally, you would together, you can find your way through bits of movement in the hands and toes. Maybe letting those arms and legs move next, taking time and a few moments to just be aware and grateful for each and every tissue and tendon that makes those arms and legs move. Once the appendages are moving, maybe taking that energy and awareness, and maybe even the appendages as well, into the center body, maybe curling up and rolling onto one side or the other, fetal posture. A moment to be aware of all of the internal organs, the chakra system, the life force that's inside of our torso, grateful for it, and then letting it sprout and rise upright like a seedling in the sun, finding your way to a seated position, just like we began our practice in. When you are there and ready, we'll release the hands to the sides, relax shoulders, we'll inhale the arms wide and high, we'll exhale those hands to heart center. 3 ohms to close our practice, just as we began. Inhaling here for the first. The ohms fade to silence. Taking a moment here to be grateful for that throat chakra, the voice we have, our ability to communicate, to express and to connect, to share and to care. I thank you all so much for your space in this virtual place today, for your practice, your presence, but most importantly, your breath. For yourselves, for each other, for each and every one of us, for all of us, the whole community. Namaste. Thank you all once again for being part of our own culture family today, in here, out there, and worldwide. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, I will come over there and unmute. You can chat it up. I think you can send me direct messages to just to me if you have anything more specific you want to get into or ask about. I really appreciate y'all. Again, thanks for letting me run a little over as I figure out this new timing. And I hope to see y'all again soon, virtually and for real. But until then, cheers. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Alyssa. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Hannah. So good to see everyone's names.